Hello, I'm Lucy from Library of Lucy, and this is my September TBR.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
This month I'm taking part in the Magical Readathon, which is hosted by Book Roast. If you haven't heard of it, I'm sure you have, but I'll leave the video, the announcement video, in the description with all the information and things, because I'm not going to explain everything in this video because that is pointless. I'm just going to be telling you what I'm going to be reading for it. It is called the Novice path that you have to complete for this readathon. You only have to complete 2 of them to complete the readathon. I'm going to aim for 2 or 3 because I am going to be trying to complete the character prompts as well in this readathon. The character prompts don't have to be completed until April next year, but I want to try and get it all done this month. So I'm going to try and aim for all the character prompts done and then like 2 or 3 of the main ones. If I get more than 2 or 3 of the main ones read, then that's brilliant. And I do have I have picked out books for every single prompt, so if I do get to more, then I have books picked out. But yeah, I'm just gonna tell you what I'm reading. I'll start with the character prompts. So the first character thing is background, so you can either choose urban or wildling, and I'm going to choose urban, and that is to read a book set in a city or a town. So the book I've chosen is As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. This is the 3rd book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, which I'm sure most of you know what it is, but I can't really tell you what happens in this one just in case I spoil like the other 2 books. But basically this series is about a girl called Pip who is in 6th form, and she wants to become a Nancy Drew kind of girl. She wants to solve mysteries and stuff, and she basically just takes on these mysteries that happen in her town and she tries to solve them. This one centres around stalking, I think so, and this also is the last book in the series, so it's quite fat, but it's a thriller, and I've read the other 2 quite fast, so I'm hoping that although this one's bigger, I'll still read it quite fast. The next aspect of the character is province, and there are 4 provinces you can choose from. I think it's 4. I don't want to double check, but I think it might be 4. I have chosen the province Dark Meadow because it just sounded so cool. It was there was this big massive library underground and it just sounded really cool. So I chose that one, and the prompt for Dark Meadow is to read a Dark Academia, and I just got this book in the Dark Academia Illumicrate box this month, so I was like, that just fits perfectly. So this is the Illumicrate edition, but this is The Devil Makes 3 by Tori Bovalino. It says, when Tess and Elliot stumble upon an ancient book hidden in a secret tunnel beneath their school library, they accidentally release a devil from his book-bound prison, and he'll stop at nothing to stay free. He'll manipulate all the ink in the library books to do his bidding. He'll murder in the stacks, and he'll bleed into every inch of Tess's life until his freedom is permanent. Forced to work together, Tess and Elliot have to find a way to retrap the devil before he kills everyone they know and love, including, increasingly, each other. And compared to what the devil has in store for them, school stress suddenly doesn't seem so bad after all. That sounds so cool, and as soon as I opened the box and I saw this book, I wanted to read it straight away, so I knew I had to get it on this TBR somewhere, and it fits perfectly for the Dark Academia. So the next aspect of character is heritage, and I don't remember how many heritages there were. I'm not going to go back and check, I'm sorry, but I chose Ilterian. It basically said that they mostly reside in Dark Meadow and they work in the library underneath, so I was like, I want to be that. It also said that they have fangs and stuff and they're like vampires, but they're repulsed by blood. It was quite cool. The prompt for Ilterian was to read a book with a crow on the cover, because Ilterians can transform into crows. I didn't say that. Or read a red cover book. I don't think I have any books with crows on the cover, so I chose the red cover book. And I chose The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. This is mostly red. If you want to argue that it's not, then Under the Dust Jacket is completely red. So this works for red cover. This is about a girl called Alessandra, and she basically is trying to get the Shadow King to fall in love with her because she plans on killing him so that she can become the queen and have all this power and wealth. Yeah, it's a fantasy romance, and that's all I have to say. Okay, those are all the character prompts. So now I'm going to talk about the novice path prompts, and these are the actual prompts for this readathon. So the first stop is the novice path entrance, and the prompt for this is to read a book with a map. So the book that I chose was The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J Maas. I'm currently reading the Throne of Glass series, and this is the next book that I'm reading in the series. It does have a map in the front. Again, I can't really say what this book is about. I think it's just a novella of like before the Throne of Glass series is set. But yeah, if you don't know, the Throne of Glass series is about an assassin called Selena. My neighbour always comes outside. I'm filming and he can see me, and I have this big ring light. So the Throne of Glass series is about this assassin called Selena who goes to live with the king. I don't really know what else to say. I don't know what I can say without spoiling it because I don't remember what happens in which book. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm reading this for a book with a map. The next stop is The Ashton Tree, and the prompt is a book that keeps tempting you, or a book that is at the top of your TBR. Now, I had to get this book on somewhere because it is my book club's book for the month. If you didn't know, I have a book club. I'll leave the link to it in my description. But the book for this month is You and Me on Vacation. So this is obviously at the top of my TBR because I need to read it this month. So yeah, it's You and Me on Vacation by Emily Henry. This is a romance about two people who meet on holiday one year, and then they've basically gone on holiday together for every year since. And I think this is like supposed to be their last holiday together, and it's just a romance. It says, 2 best friends, 10 summer trips, their last chance to fall in love. That sounds so wholesome, and I can't wait to read it with my besties for the Besties Book Club. Okay, so the next stop is The Mist of Solitude, and the prompt for this is to read a standalone. And I'm going to be doing a buddy read for this prompt, and it is a buddy read with Tory Tyne, or Tory Between Pages on Instagram, and it is of The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I only bought this recently and I wasn't planning on reading it so soon, but Tori asked me if I wanted to do a buddy read, and I was like, obviously I want to do a buddy read, so I'm going to do a buddy read. So this is basically about a circus that just arrives one day and no one knows why, no one knows where it came from. It says, the circus arrives without warning, no announcements precede it. It is simply there when yesterday it was not. That's all I know about it, and that's literally all I want to know. It sounds so cool. I'm pretty sure it's like a fantasy, magical realism kind of vibe. The next stop is Ruin of the Sky, and that is to read a book featuring ghosts or like a haunted house, or you can read a book featuring other supernatural elements. And so for that I've gone with the other supernatural elements section of that, and I'm reading New Moon by Stephanie Meyer. Honestly, this is one of the prompts that I don't think I'm gonna get to, mostly because I keep putting off New Moon because it is my least favourite book in the Twilight series, but I do want to read it, so I've put it on here and I'm gonna hope that I get to it. Okay, the next stop is Obsidian Falls, and the prompt for this is to read a thriller or a mystery book, and for that I have chosen The Appeal by Janice Hallett. This is a mystery, like kind of completely like written in mixed media. It's like all text messages, emails, interviews, stuff like that, which I think, again, it's quite thick, but I feel like because of the mixed media it'll be quite fast to read. It's a mystery. It says 1 murder, 15 suspects, can you uncover the truth? How exciting. That's my thriller. Okay, the next stop is Tower of Rumination, and the prompt for that is to read a 5-star prediction. So for that I've chosen The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I'm not looking forward to this because I'm pretty sure I'm going to cry, and if you've watched one of my most recent reading vlogs, you'll know that I've had quite a big cry over books recently, and I'm just not in the mood to go back there. It was a dark place and I don't want to go back, but I do want to read this book so bad. So this is a retelling of Achilles and Patroclus, if you haven't heard of it, which I'm sure you have, because this is very, very well loved, especially on BookTok. I do want to read it, but I'm very scared. So this kind of, along with New Moon, are kind of the ones that I don't really care if I don't get to this month. Just because I don't think I'm ready for this yet. Okay, and the final stop on the novice path is Aurelium Academy, and that is to read a book with a school setting. I have 2 options for this and I haven't decided which one I'm going to choose yet, but the first option is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is a dark academia again. It is set in a school. Someone dies, I think. I don't know. I think someone dies. My bestie Bisma told me that I would love this, so I trust her opinions, and I do really want to read this. But yeah, this is my first option for set in a school setting. And then the next option for set in a school setting is A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. There are very mixed opinions on this book. I feel like I will side with those who love it. I don't know why, I just get this feeling that I'm going to love this book. I don't know what it's about. It says, enter a school of magic unlike any you have ever encountered. There are no teachers, no holidays, friendships are purely strategic, and the odds of survival are never equal. Once you're inside, there are only two ways out. You graduate or you die. Elle Higgins is uniquely prepared for the school's many dangers. She may be without allies, but she possesses a dark power strong enough to level the mountains and wipe out untold millions. Never mind easily destroy the countless monsters that prowl the school. I just realised my accent came out really bad when I said allies. I think I did it again. I'm sorry, I can't say that word without a really bad accent. Except she might accidentally kill all of the other students too, so Ellie's trying her hardest not to use it. That isn't unless she has no other choice. Sounds good. This one is really not as long. The Secret History is 600 pages. This is just over 300. So this one might actually be better for this readathon. But I feel like I want to read The Secret History more. I don't know. I'll decide at the end. This video is way longer than I wanted it to be. This is my September TBR, all for the magical readathon. I'm not going to be able to read all of these books. I average about 8 books a month, so I'm not going to be able to read all of these, but I do have them for the prompts, like just in case I do manage to get to the prompts. Okay, thanks so much for watching this video. If you stayed till the end, well done, because I think I rambled a bit in this video. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye.